On today's episode of Still Up Sports, we recap our 24-hour stream, we discuss our next 24-hour stream, and then we discuss a fun topic of mine. Can Justin Sternad be a Pro Bowl or all pro, type of player? All that and more coming soon. Thanks for coming by, guys. See you guys in like 30 seconds. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to episode 13 of Still Up Sports, guys. We're recapping our 24-hour stream. We're going into our next 24-hour stream, and then we got a fun topic of mine. We're going to discuss Justin Sternad, guys. Go ahead and smash, like that like button, smash the, like button. Do all of it, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe, share, follow, comment. All that stuff is amazing, guys. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. My name's Cody Chapa. Welcome to Still Up Sports, your exclusive source for Denver Broncos late night sports talk. We talk about other sports too, but especially Denver Broncos, and it is the off season. We're going to find ways, to pass this off season time, find ways to get through this dead space. And another one of those is we just did a 24-hour stream, and we're going to get into another 24-hour stream this weekend. As long as I don't have anything stopping it each weekend until training camp begins, we will be doing 24-hour streams. We will see how that lines up with International Fight Week, and we will see how that lines up with the SAC Summit, because I'm going to do my best to try to cover that, even if I have to go get as close as I possibly can and start sending off some tweets to some of these guys and see if someone wants to, pop by. But, we will see how all that goes. It was a wonderful time, guys. I had a blast. I hope you guys had a blast. The 24-hour stream is not up on YouTube yet. I don't know if it's taken too long to process or what's going on, but it is still not available to rewatch. It had 182 views during that time, so I appreciate every person that popped in and watched, no matter on what platform you were in, or if you popped in because you follow some of those other guys, some of these awesome guests that we had on, guys. I really do appreciate you guys popping in and showing some love. We are currently at 92 subscribers, guys. We are working our way up to 100, and that's where we want to be. Right now, we're at 92 subs. We're working our way there, guys. We're going to get to 100. The point is to try to get more and more incremental growth and really try to hit our stride before the off season ends, and then before the season really begins. We're using this off season to really get better. It's our redshirt off season. That's why we did 0 mock drafts. There will be 0 53-man projections from me. I'll do my best to tell you who I think may make the team if you ask me. But I do not have 53-man projections. I do not have mock drafts for this offseason. It was all a redshirt year, guys. So we're here learning. If you're with me right now, you're seeing the Goonsville on me. Goonsville's with me on every stream, no matter in what form. So much love to Petros and Goonsville. Right here, guys. Go check out Goonsville. If you want to look good while owning your craft, do it with Goonsville, guys. Goonsville is awesome. I feel clean whenever I rock in my Goonsville. I just feel so confident, so cool when I'm wearing my Goonsville. Fully embroidered, usually, depends on what you order, but most of it is all usually fully embroidered. You never know who might show up in Goonsville, guys. It may be, some podcasters. It may be some motocross athletes. You may just get, combat sports athletes. You may just get, some basketball players. You never know who will be repping the Goonsville, but Goonsville's everywhere. Go check out Goonsville. I just actually today placed my order. I placed an order. I ordered this hat right here, the all gold and the white. I ordered that. And then I ordered me one of those Greek shirts because I need more t-shirts here in the desert. I cannot do a hoodie all the time here in the desert. It's one thing when we got, the AC going and it's nice and cold in the house and you can throw on a hoodie. Another thing, if, you're walking around in 110, 115 degrees, I need those t-shirts. So got me a t-shirt on the way, got me a hat on the way. When it gets here, we're going to open it on stream or we'll do a separate video just for it. Because Goonsville gets all the love they want. Go check out that Perseverance line, so awesome. All right, guys. So, yeah, again, we're at 92 subs. So here we are. Go check us out on YouTube if you are watching us or if you're watching us on X right now. We're on both right now. We're going to be on Twitter soon and live streaming on all 3 platforms. But right now, go check out YouTube. We're at 92. Go bump us up. We're trying to get to 100. If we don't hit it in this stream, hopefully during that 24-hour stream, we can get it. All right, guys. So I want to say that I do have some awesome plans. I got some amazing guests to come on to that last 24-hour stream. If you did not already watch it, I'm going to do my best to try to get it up there soon. Streamlabs only offering me 10 hours of it. And then even then, YouTube does not want to load it still. It shows it here in the playlists. Like if you go to the playlist and you go to the 24-hour one, it shows it, but it just says it's not available, to watch. So I don't know if it's because it's taken too long or if there's something I got to do. Maybe some of you guys who have done this with YouTube for years, maybe can tell me if there's something I need to do with that. I don't know if it's because it's a length or something, but our first and our currently, we're the only ones that have done a 24-hour stream. That stream is not available to watch, sadly, and I'll do my best to get it figured out and get it up there for you guys to watch. Either way, if you do want to join the fun this weekend, we're going to be doing the same thing. Probably going to be Saturday into Sunday, unless I decide to go Sunday into Monday. Either way, I do have things I got to do on the weekend, but we're going to still knock out 24 hours no matter what. And this is all just a testament, 1, to kill time for the off season, 2, for you guys to really get to know me, and 3, it gives me a great opportunity to practice and get better here on StreamYard. So if everyone's in the comments, feel free to like, comment. Man, look at this. We got some amazing comments, already. We got my mother still up. Of course, we're always still up. Goons got goons, of course, Vegas Goons. I needed to go get me that awesome gold and white, I just actually cleaned this hat. This is my runner's hat. No, wait. Okay, other one. My black with the gold, the OG hat, man. I cleaned that one today. That's my running hat, man. Besides, I take great care of my Goonsville, except for that one hat. That hat I beat up, and that's because I run in it, I sweat in it. It's my workout hat. But yeah, much love to Goonsville. Look at Goonsville in the chat, guys. Goons got goons. Give Goonsville its love. I bet he's either getting a pump in and watching Las Vegas. Either way, Petros, he already knows he's fully invited on these shows. He's got our link. He can come on anytime. We got these 24-hour streams. It's going to be awesome if we can try to snag, the goon, the OG goon. That'd be awesome, guys. Yes, sir. Yep, goons got goons. I appreciate it, man. You are the man. Yeah, I can't wait for my Goonsville to get here, man. I needed me that Greek shirt already. I just needed more t-shirts, bro. It is hot out here. We crank up the AC just so I can chill in my hoodie. We all like to chill in our hoodies here. So we crank up the AC, especially living here in Vegas. We're like a 70 degree to 80, 89, 9, 69 to 70 degree type household. So either way, we're going to be rocking with the hoodies, and that's not counting that we'll have fans going in some rooms too. So we're always chilling, and we're always trying to rock the Goonsville. But in this heat, I definitely needed me some shirts. So I got me a shirt coming on the way. I already got my green shirt. I got to get me that Greek writing shirt. We need to get some of those. Yeah, Goons got goons. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's on. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome on anytime. You got the link. If that link is yours, whenever you need. It works wherever you're at. And you're welcome on. We had some amazing guests last time, guys. I'm going to give them some love right now. But, Mike, Mile High Monster, Mike Carmelini, legend. We had Mike on. We had David Talks Broncos on. We had Dak and Jay Weaver from Orange and Blue Network. Petros has been on Orange and Blue Network. He's been on their shows. So he knows how great Orange and Blue is, bro. Orange and Blue is great. I got some guests that I've DM'd. I've put some feelers out, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep seeing if I can snag some big guests. And if we need to, guys, we just might tweet at Perna. What can Perna do but ignore us? Besides that, I'm going to try to snag some big journalists or something. So I'm going to go after, Andrew Mason. I might DM Zach Stevens and see if he's got anything going on the weekend, if he wants to pop in, because Zach deserves so much credit for being such a big supporter to me. Zach's like a smaller big brother to me, because he's definitely smaller than me, but Zach is obviously a legend in the game. So maybe we see if we can get Zach on. Maybe we could see if we can get some of these guys like Mace, or some of these big professional radio guys, see if we can snag some more and more guests, as well as all the guys that have already been on. Dak, Jay, David, and Mike. You guys are already welcome on whenever you want. You guys have the links. You guys are more than welcome on. My stream is open to everyone. This platform is open to everyone. When we want to normalize late night sports, it's not just about us. We want as many other people to be able to be in on it as us too. We are not greedy here. All right, guys. So as I was saying, go check us out on YouTube. 92. Let's get 100. If we can't hit it in this one, we're going to hit it on our next 100, next weekend stream, guys. This weekend, we're going for 24 hours. We're going to hit it in that one if we don't hit it this stream. But we're going to hit our 100, and then we're going to start chasing 500. Because we don't stop. Every day we look for growth no matter what. Whether it's, growing the channel, or whether we're learning stuff behind the scenes with this producing, or, as I'm getting better, with my journalism and all that, we'll get better, guys. But I've always been having fun. And one thing I just got to say is just having all those guests on screen, just so cool. It just felt like such a vibe. And this is why I want to do a 24-hour stream with all these guys. It's good to have them popping on to my 24-hour streams. I want us to organize a 24-hour stream. I want us to do that. And if they need one of us to stick around the whole 24 hours to produce, I can do that. I can play producer behind the scenes, at least with, sitting on the screen the whole time if we have to. But I would love to get more of these people on. Petros, you're always welcome, bro. No rush. When you are the goon, man, there's a lot that comes into being the goon, so, nothing but, love to Petros. Ain't no rush, brother. You're on the show as much as you want. As is, Goonsville's on the show every day, so you're always here with it no matter what. I'm always repping the Ville, whether I'm repping the hat, whether I'm repping a beanie, whether I'm wearing one of these awesome hoodies, I'm always repping the Ville. Still, it belongs to the community, guys, not just me. This is about normalizing late night sports talk. I don't feel greedy. I don't feel like I own anything. It's more about trying to push this idea of talking sports late at night. There's plenty of people up at this time, whether they're up at night getting a pump in, whether they're getting off work, whether they're working at right now, whether you're a trucker. Where I work, I just had a trucker that was parked in my parking lot for a few hours, and then he took off. Not a lot of people know truckers, you're restricted sometimes by how much hours you have to put in. Sometimes you're forced to pull over because sometimes you're not allowed to drive a certain amount of miles and stuff. So, it's all about, normalizing the idea of late night sports talk. And if I can even inspire one tiny channel, to talk sports at this time of night, that's all that matters to me. That's all we want. I would like to think we are, Petros. I'd like to think we definitely are. When I had so many people on late at night, on that stream, like Mike, David. Obviously, late night, it's a different vibe. We can get away with a little more than we want late at night too. But the whole point with late night is that we're having fun and we're normalizing this idea. Sports shouldn't be, stop talking when everyone else goes to sleep. There should always be someone 24/7. No matter what people think about like CNN today, the whole point of CNN when it began is to keep the news running 24/7, keep it going, because there's always something to talk about, and there should always be live discussion about it. And it should not just stop, at midnight when a lot of these creators go to bed. And I've made sure that when I made this channel, I did my research. So I make sure that I'm off the air before anyone else goes live. But I also make sure I go on the air after everyone else has stopped going live. So this is our little window, guys. And I thank you all for being still up with me. We're just a small little brand, and we're going to get there. It is 24/7. Sports are 24/7, man. There's sports happening, all around the world at different times, and it won't get covered. Sometimes it doesn't get covered till these journalists here in the States wake up, and there should already be someone awake talking about this stuff. Petros, you're awesome, man. And you and me think alike. Man, I just want to get that casino going for you, bro. I'll play your head of security or pit boss, whatever you want, bro. Yeah, well, we got to get that Goonsville casino going. Maybe one of these days, Petros will give me permission to share that little Goonsville casino AI picture. It just would be a glimpse into look in the future. It's going to happen no matter what, dude. It's going to happen. I would say, especially living here in Vegas, we could know like where to build one and all that. Goonsville casino's going to happen. Yeah, the Ed Delane. Don't tell me you're watching Vegas right now, bro. If you are, I respect it. I respect it. I've been up at night either watching, it's going to be reality for sure. Yeah, I've been up at night watching either Sopranos or Batman Beyond, just because it's from my childhood. And, man, I'm just such a nerd. Man, I can't wait for, like, Supergirl coming out, Spider-Man coming out. I need to check out Mile High Comics, but like I got tisms, whether it's history, whether it's like politics, whether it's football or Broncos or UFC. I got tisms, but I'm definitely a nerd, bro. Oh, actually not tonight. Wow, which is crazy. I mean, there's only so many seasons of that show. I'm amazed you haven't gone through it. I mean, actually, I think you said you just watched the reruns, right? Need to get the turn. Yeah, go ahead and turn it on, bro. Yeah, guys. So we're just recapping. We got 3 discussions tonight, and it's not much. We're recapping the last 24-hour stream. We're going to go into what may happen with our next stream. So both of these are just one mixed conversation, and then we'll end it with a true Broncos subject, and it's Justin Sternad. I think this man is in for a Pro Bowl, All-Pro type season at inside linebacker next to Alex Singleton. Oh, yeah, see, that's awesome. That's awesome. Air horn for the show Las Vegas. Again, you need to watch the John Elway episode with John Bon Jovi. They both own separate arena football teams. Bro, I love arena football. Like arena football, I got such a love for it. I'm sure people have seen me share some of the shorts. Bonkers Broncos, appreciate you for popping in, man. We're here normalizing late night sports talk. Right now, guys, it's the off season, so there's not too much we're talking about. We have one Broncos subject for tonight, and that's going to be Justin Sternad. Is he in for a Pro Bowl or All-Pro type season? Again, he only played like half the season last year as a starter, and he looked pretty good when he did start. But, that's a fun discussion. But, absolutely. Just want to say, guys, if you don't know who I am, my name's Cody Chapa. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Check us out on all these platforms. We're almost at 100 on X. We are at 92 on YouTube, and we're at 27 on TikTok. Instagram, we're at 107. I got to clean some of that out probably because of some of the bots. Same with like X maybe, because there are some bots on those accounts. And then, Goonsville, of course. Go check out Goonsville. But yeah, the last stream, guys, we were able to go from 76, 77 to 90. And then in the following day after, we went up to 92. So we made some great growth in great time. And while we didn't hit the 100 in that 24-hour stream, we're just doing another 24-hour stream. So either way, it's going to be pretty fun, guys, and I'm excited to do another 24-hour stream. I got a lot of great guests coming. Hopefully they come either way. I'm putting out a lot of feelers. The worst these guys can do is say no, but why not do it? It's the off season, and it was fun. If anyone saw, how fun it was, just when it was me, David, Jay Weaver, and Mike all sitting in there, it was awesome. And then in the earliest of the hours at like 5 a.m. Pacific time, we had Dak from Orange and Blue pop on, so clutch. On Father's Day morning, that man had to go have an amazing day, and she chose to pop on in the morning during Father's Day. So much love to Dak, Mike, Jay Weaver, David. I loved being on screen with these guys because at times I felt like I was watching their own programs, and I forgot that this is my show. I should be handling this. I should be producing this. I should be acting like, this is my show, handling this discussion. But it was just so fun to listen back. And this is why I want to get more and more of these guys on screen and see if every one of these guys just want to pop in at the same time, because there's so many of these awesome guys, and I want to do like some charity stuff down the line and involve these guys. And, there's so many of them that have big names, and we're going to we'll put out the feeler and we'll see if Perna even notices us. We'll tweet at him during the middle of the day, and we'll maybe involve like the hashtags like Broncos country, all that. Maybe it gets Perna's attention. But because I did DM Perna back when I first started the show, and it was more of like just a fan coming off of like telling him, hey, I'd love if you subscribed. Anyone I've ever DM'd with this channel, I've never once asked for anything from them other than I want you to subscribe. I don't want them to like give me feedback. I don't want them to, give anything to me. I just want them to subscribe, because it means a lot if I can have people I look up to actually watching and paying attention to what I'm doing. But, so I put out a few feelers already, and I'm going to continue putting some feelers out. We're going to have some awesome guests, guys, as is, you already saw, guys, but, you saw in the chat, Petros from Goonsville, he knows we'll make it happen at one point. I'll be live 24 hours this week on the weekend. And the reason why 24 hours I think is cool is because you never know what a lot of guys are doing in 24 hours. And that's why I like it, because I'll be there no matter what. So it allows you to just like sit back, and then we'll see if someone just pops in at a random time. And that's why, I send these links to these guys, and we just see if they just pop in if they want randomly. And then next thing you know, it's a hell of a collab. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, guys, go check out Goonsville on YouTube. He doesn't have much subs on the channel, but go check out Goonsville on his YouTube channel. Go boost up Goonsville any way we can, guys. I'm excited for my Goonsville order when it gets here. We're going to open it on stream. But yeah, guys, if you are here for Broncos talk, my discussion for the day, at least in this off season, we're going to keep it kind of limited and also a little fun. I got a few fun topics for another show, another late night stream. But our show discussion for the day is Justin Strnad. Let me know in the comments, yes or no. Let me know right now. Do you think Justin Strnad could be a Pro Bowl All-Pro type inside backer, guys? Because I think that with what snaps we saw him fill in for at the time that he did, I think we saw some solid growth and some solid progression. Go ahead, Petros. Hit the bed, bro. We appreciate you. Get some rest. Man, Goonsville is awesome. Absolutely, man. Yeah, you're just more than welcome. It's no rush. You got the link. That's all that matters. So you use that link. You can join anytime, anywhere. You can use your phone, I believe, as long as you take care of your headphones situation. Either way, I got you, bro. You pop on anytime. I'm just excited for my Goonsville. I'm excited for my hat, my shirt. I need to have more and more shirts. But you guys see me right now repping the Goonsville. I got to go get me a haircut. But I'm rocking the Goonsville right now. So, much love to Goonsville. Go check him out, guys. Again, one more time, we'll pop it up on the website before he pops out. Go check out the Goonsville. You never know who will be repping Goonsville. It looks clean on everyone and anything, any brand. If you want a brand and you want to collab with Goonsville, Goonsville does collabs with brands all the time. So, go check out Goonsville, man. Yep, love you, Petros. You have a wonderful night, bro. Still Up, we appreciate you for being still up with us. Still Up is definitely inspired by some of your passion that you have with Goonsville, bro. Just seeing how much passion you have with the Ville, it means a lot. But yeah, man, you come on whenever you want. Besides that, bro, if you can't make it out here for the Greek festival, you know I'm going. Either way, I got you. I'll rep the Ville out there, and I'll make sure I send people your way and buy the stuff online. But yeah, go check out Goonsville, guys. Beautiful beanies. Man, I can't wait to come out to Denver. Man, we're already talking about the Denver trip. We're so pumped to come out to Denver for 2 weeks. We got a concert. We're going to go to the Bronco game. We're going to try to squeeze an Avs and a Nugs game in between that. Besides that, I got nothing else planned. So, man, we're going to tear up the city like we're regulars. I'm going to be going to all the cool places, man. We're going to go hit up the Rolling Stoves, man. I already got like Zane's Italian Bistro. That's on my list. We got all the cool places listed, bro. All the cool stuff on the list of places to go check out and eat some good food. I want to go check out the Greek food and stuff. And I got to check out Pete's Kitchen, bro. That was on our list last time. We never even popped by. So Pete's Kitchen, all that cool stuff. But yeah, man, you have a wonderful night, Petros. Much love to Petros. Much love to Goonsville, guys. Yes, thank you all for being still up. We're here normalizing late night sports talk. It's the off season, so while discussion, sometimes is hard to create or hard to fill, we do our best, and that's why our big topic tonight is Justin Strnad. He's got a big job right there next to Alex Singleton. He's got some very competitive, depth behind him, and then they bring in some two hot, aggressive young rookies at inside linebacker. So he's got some depth, but they also had just re-signed him. I'm pretty excited. I think that with a whole year, this man's going to easily be a Pro Bowl type inside linebacker. I think, and again, the Pro Bowl's lost its thing, guys. But I think Pro Bowl to inside, to All Pro, somewhere in there, I think he has a chance to really step up this year. And you can tell he's motivated. I'm really excited for Strnad. But let me know in the comments. After the fact, let me know right now how you feel about Justin Strnad, guys, going into his first year as a full-time starter. Not starting half the year, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I can't wait to check out all the food spots, as well as meet all the goons. We're gonna meet and hang out with all the goons. We're gonna check out all the food, all the cool places. I'm sure we'll bump into all kinds of people out there, and I'm pretty pumped, bro. Yeah, man, pizza looks awesome. Yep. Have a good night, Petros. All right, guys. So, that was Goonsville popping in the chat. Again, much love to Goonsville. That whole 24-hour stream, I was rocking 3 different Goonsville beanies, guys. I got to get this stream thing figured out with YouTube and see why it's not popping up. Because on YouTube, the stream should be there, guys. And I don't know why YouTube does not want to put it there. I don't know if it should have already been processed by now. I know 24 hours is a long stream, but it should have been processed. So maybe it's something's going on. Maybe I got to reach out to YouTube maybe and see why it's not available, because it pops up in the playlists on the channel, but when you go to click it, it says unavailable. So we got to figure that out. So hopefully we don't have this problem with this weekend's 24-hour stream. But yeah, guys, I'm excited because we're going to have some cool guests, hopefully. Besides all the guests that were on this last week, they know they're all welcome. They're welcome. It's more of just like a hangout. It's more of like, we'll talk ball. We'll bring up whatever discussions there are. We'll go. But, to pass the off season, we're going to do these 24-hour streams on the weekend. And then on the weekdays, at least in these next 3 to 4 weeks, during the weekdays, you may only see 1 or 2 late shows. The late shows are our priority. It's just you're going to see on the weekends, you're going to see the occasional 24-hour stream. And because of that, it makes sense that on the weekends, if we go for 24 hours, that on the weekdays, we only limit the streams to maybe 2 instead of what we would normally do would be 3 during the regular season. But, the regular season will be here soon before we know it. Yeah. So, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, guys. I appreciate it. It really helps. Every little bit really goes a long way. We're trying to grow this channel. We're at 92 subscribers on YouTube. 500 will be big because then next thing you know, we got one of our few goals with trying to get monetized. When we get monetized, there's so much I want to do, guys, because then once we get monetized, those 24-hour streams can just be charity streams. So when I do a 24-hour stream, all that can just be for charity. And then, I don't mind, using anything I could have ever possibly make to grow and build, the channel or what I do with production quality or stuff like that. But if I do 24-hour streams, I want to do them for charity. Anytime I stream that long, I think that's got to be for charity. Anything that's smaller that I could make money off, so be it. Whether it's, super chats that can help pay for these, the StreamYard membership that I want to get. I'm paying for a membership right now. But I want to get the better membership, the one that gives me 2 cameras, because I want to have a second camera in here. Whether it's this, it would be probably this one right now. I got 2 webcams at one point. Again, another reason why I would like to try to be monetized is to eventually save up for a legitimate camera. So then, the webcam we're filming off of right now can be used as camera number 2. And then this can be my camera number 3 for when I'm traveling. And it will be going with me when I go to Denver, because when I go to Denver, I'm taking my mini mics, my laptop, and this mini webcam. Besides that, and then like my metas and stuff, because I can record interviews through those metas, and that's probably what I'm going to try to do. But when I'm in Denver, we're going to try to, snag some big interviews as well. But this weekend, we're going to just, today and tomorrow, we're going to send out a lot of feelers, a lot of messages to a lot of guys. And we're going to see, not just guys, maybe some gals. Because there's 1 or 2 gals in Broncos country I would love to invite on the show. And it would mean a lot to snag some of these awesome people. Because now I want to also, one thing I never did when I had all those awesome badass guests on the show, like Dak or Mike or David or Jay, I never asked them, actual professionalism questions or like questions about how this job goes, And even though we're all doing our own different things, and what I'm going to continue to do on late night is going to grow to be different than what you see right now. Again, I'm going to do monologues, but I'm not adding monologues in these streams until I get to where I need to be with everything else, at least to where I'm comfortable. I got, certain goals that I try to achieve each day with this channel, and we do achieve these goals more often than not. But, I do want to see certain things happen with this channel before I do other things as well. Yes, thank you guys for everyone popping in. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. We're at 92. I'm going to ask some cool guys and some cool gals, and we're going to see who we can get on. Because even though, we do different things, and late night talk is going to be different, it's all still Broncos talk. Again, our topic today is Justin Sternad, and this is why I want the comments after the fact, so I can go back and read them after the fact and see what you guys think about Justin Sternad. I'm very high on Sternad. I was not one bit upset about this Alex Singleton re-signing as some people thought I should have been, and it's just because I am extremely hyped for Sternad. I think Sternad is I think with this Singleton signing, there's a chance you can move off of him and after a year, but I think Sternad is poised and in a position to where he's going to grow, and you might get, people have talked about not having a steady ILB since like Trevathan, even though you've had a good few years of like, the occasional, Singleton, or even back when it was Josie Jewell. I think that Justin Sternad is, being quietly underlooked on this defense. People want to keep focusing on like the edges or the corners or, maybe even the D-line. But, while people worry about, some positions taking step downs, like maybe it being, that D-line, some guys are worried about that D-line. I am not one bit worried about it. And then especially it's kind of cool because, you got a lot of people worried about certain position groups taking step downs, but they're not discussing about how some of these position groups are due for up years. And I do think that, Singleton had one of his better years last year than he had before for the most part. I think I have to go back and look at it, but it was still decent. Again, he's not being asked to be this, all pro coverage, linebacker. He's not there to be this coverage linebacker. He's there to be there to, sit back and, really, obviously, he's the green dot guy. So he's calling and setting the defense. But besides that, he's just there and, he's just a hell of a run defender. We saw what he did. And I give Alex Singleton his props because, Cam Scatterbo was just a menace and people were, hyping the hell out of him. And then we saw what happened when Cam Scatterbo met Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton, dare I have to go back and repeat this, but I'm pretty sure a fumble came out of this. I'm like 90% sure a fumble came out of that. I have to go back and check it. But if I'm right, hopefully I earn an air horn, but I don't think I earned an air horn. But no, see, Alex Singleton and Justin Sternad, I think that they're a good duo, and I just really expect Sternad to take a step up to where, he is like the ILB. He's the guy you're basing that ILB room around is him. I just think that he's in for another year. He's getting better and better. All he's done is getting better and better ever since we drafted him. When we drafted him, he just started out on special teams, got better and better. And maybe some people have this idea that, maybe we get JL Skinner, maybe pulling a Justin Sternad type vibe, getting better and better each year. And the next thing you know, maybe you'll have a starter. Well, Skinner's got to get going on that. That's what I'll say about that, is that Skinner's got to get going on that. I know that, he improved a little bit in special teams last year. He's got to do a lot more on the field on defense for sure. But yeah, guys, let me know who you would like to see on the show, because I'll put out the feelers. I'll send the emails. I'll send the DM to whoever, as long as you guys are interested. Because I'll send out some messages and DMs right after the show, just to see if we can snag some people. Because the whole point, again, with it being a 24-hour stream, is that people can just pop in whenever they want. And this isn't right now. We're not going for 24 hours right now, guys. We're going for at least 2-3 hours on our normal stream. This is what this is going to be, is a normal 2-3 hour stream. Normally we start at 1:30 in the morning Mountain Time. I'm almost considering pushing it till 2, which would be 1 o'clock my time, because then it gives me that extra little bit of time to settle into the show. And then we still go from what would be 2, 3, 4 ish 4 to almost 5 Mountain Time. So I'm thinking of starting the show in the future on our late night shows at what would be 2 a.m. Mountain Time. And that's a late show. That's a late show. A late, early morning show, whatever you want to call it. But, again, we're just trying to normalize late night sports talk, and we do it by being here, guys. We're here, and we're just talking about the Broncos. I got a Todd Davis jersey right here, backup Broncos linebacker, for the Super Bowl 50 team. And it really makes me think about this linebacker room. It makes me think about, Sternad and how he developed from what was a backup and has developed and grown into a legitimate full-time starter. And I got love for these guys who start out, in depth positions and then really have a chance to grow and shine. And, with Sternad, I truly believe that that's a ILB1, and that is not even hit his full potential. I think Sternad has not hit that potential yet. And see, we're going to put out more feelers and see if we can get some other guys. I got so many guys on my mind, guys. I'm not going to name them off, but I got a lot of people on my mind I want to bring on this show. And let me know who you want me to try to bring on this show, because I'll message anyone as long as the chat or the people are asking for it. I'll reach out and we'll see if we can make it happen. Again, at least with 24 hours, anything can happen. Anyone could show up. I liked when there was 4 of us on air at one time. Imagine if we got 5 or 6 of us on stream. That'd be crazy. Imagine if we wrangle up Brandon Perna, or if we can wrangle up some of these professional sports media guys, maybe like an Andrew Mason. Maybe if we could wrangle up Zach Stevens or some of these professional media guys, that'd be so cool. Because then we could get creative with some of these questions. Maybe you guys would have a creative question. We could see if they could pass on to Sean Payton. But then again, guys, we don't want to get them in trouble with Sean, because Sean don't play. That man don't play with the media. He's not a fan. Okay, guys. One thing I meant to do. Hold on. I meant to play. I want this music playing in the background when we stream, at least on our late night shows. So let me know. Is that music too loud, too aggressive, too quiet, too loud? Let me know. I have it on like 35. We have it set for 35. Let me know if it's too much. But I like the idea of there being some sort of background noise, right? Minus this fridge and it's humming, right? Because this fridge does hum. Yep, just right. All right. That's what we want. We want that music right in the background, but just enough for us to still talk over it and enjoy it a little bit, but not enough, not too much. We're not here for, background elevator music. We're here to talk, sports late night. If you're with me right now, it is currently almost 2:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being still up. Guys, I thought of this idea back in December that there should be late night sports talk. And it's going to start out, however, with us, whether we're at times on a stream with only a few people or if we have a lot of people. Either way, guys, we're just doing our thing and it's pretty fun. I'm having fun talking sports. I'm having fun talking Broncos. I'm having fun, trying to get some of these awesome people on our show. I'm going to message a few. Man, I keep saying it because I'm so excited to do it. I would do it right now, honestly. Part of me wants to do it right now, but that's not fun. If we were on a 24-hour stream, then it makes sense to DM some people. But we're just chilling. We are not chilling. We are just on an actual stream, so we have to be professional. It's another thing if we're doing a 24-hour stream and we're just sitting back relaxing. We are not sitting back relaxing. We have a topic. Justin Sternad is our topic tonight, guys. And this is why I want you guys in the comments, everyone after the fact, to let me know about Sternad. I think he's in for a Pro Bowl, all-pro type season. I know Pro Bowl doesn't mean much, but I think it still does when you can automatically be like, yes, without saying, really, we're getting that desperate. When you're at the point with the Pro Bowl discussion, you're like, oh, we're getting that desperate to where this guy deserves it because he's like the alternate. No. But if it's like, a guy that would have been in the Super Bowl or it was like on a deep playoff team, maybe it's someone that's actually genuinely deserving, then Pro Bowl still means something. I'm just trying to say that as a benchmark. I think he's going to go from what would be, a good year last year, stepping in and getting some, solid starter reps to definitely coming up and growing into what will be an all-pro type inside linebacker for the Denver Broncos. He may make that number 40. He's going to grow into it and make it his own and make it legendary, in his own way. If he has the year I think he's going to have, I think he's going to have a great year. And I'm just excited to see how that inside linebacker room plays out. I'm someone who gushes over these camp battles and seeing how these guys, battle it out and who makes the team, who doesn't. And again, inside linebacker, safety, people want to ignore the safety depth. Safety is a fun competition. And then with D-line, again, I don't care who fills in for JFM. As long as there's no dip in the run D, And it's because I expect this inside linebacker group to play better. I think this whole defense is going to be better. I think this team's going to be hungry, extremely hungry. I think they've been, a lot of them have wanted it. And by the way, yes, I have seen the Broncos boat pick recently. It is not the same thing as what happened with the Giants, a few years back in Miami or something like that. This is not the same thing. The Broncos are a much closer team than that Giants team ever was. And, they do stuff and go on these kinds of trips together or they go spend time together because they actually appreciate each other and want to build that relationship. And you think about that Super Bowl 50 team that won it all, they had a great bond. They all loved each other and they all did things together. They all went and hung out together. They did double dates with their wives and all that stuff. Yeah, so I really do think we're in for a good year for Justin Sternad. I think we're in for a good year all around, guys. I think there's so many good things to be excited about. One other thing I did, want to kind of get into is what I want to see from a Davis Webb offense, and we will get into that. But right now, I'm continuing to really just. We'll talk about Sternad and we'll talk a little more about these streams coming up and how they're going to work out, because I am going to navigate, if it does happen on a weekend when it's International Fight Week or the SAC Summit, then, no, I won't do it. Which means we may only do 2 more of them, which is just another great reason to wrinkle up all these great, guests and see how many of them we can get to pop on at the same time. Maybe we get some that haven't streamed together, pop on the screen at the same time, introduce some of them to each other, who knows? It'd be a fun vibe. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for being still up. I appreciate it. Still Up Sports only exists with the help from viewers like you coming in and watching us. Thank you so much. When I wanted to do a 24-hour stream, at first, it just was kind of an impulse, let's do it. It was something I discussed back when I wanted to do my very first stream, but that sounded very naive, and it was very naive. But I will say that it's panned out. It was a very fun stream. Hour 22, 23, a little rough. I had a cat sitting on my lap. My head was starting to bob a little bit, getting a little tired. But we managed and we stayed up, and it was crazy. It was a 24-hour and 30, 40-second stream. So we went a few seconds over that 24-hour mark. But yeah, we made that work, and I think that it's going to be even more fun when we find a way to get all these extra guests on. I was going to come on last night, guys, but I was not feeling too well. Took the night off from the stream, rest my eyes a little bit. One thing I noticed with that 24-hour stream, about 13, 14 hours in, it started to feel like we were blasted by light. We have this amazing studio light. It's just, it's bright. And I have it on the lowest setting. And that was blinding me. I have a screen here, a screen here, screen here, screen here, little light, pads with lights right here. And then I have a TV all the way over there that at times is on too, running in the background. Sometimes I just have highlights playing in the background when I'm watching a stream, so I can just look up and see a highlight. Sometimes I have all kinds of stuff playing over there. What I'm getting at, guys, is about 13, 14 hours in, I really was coming down with a bad migraine. You could have called me Terrell Davis at that time, because I felt like the migraine was so blinding, and I was going through it. So I took an ibuprofen, turned some lights down, turned these off, and I was able to get away with just a headache for a chunk of the stream instead of a migraine, which was great. We were able to fight off that migraine and stop it from getting too bad. And yes, you can see part of my Goonsville merch corner, guys. I'm going to have to change the camera angle for the next stream. but I just kind of really rushed in here. I just wanted to hop on. I was excited to talk to you guys. It's been a few days since this 24-hour stream, so I haven't gotten to talk to you guys. And yes, so we're going to really reach out to a few of these guys. I don't care when they have availability. If they are available in that 24 hours, it doesn't matter if it's at 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 12, 8, whatever. It's okay if some of them are on at the same time. I think that just adds for even more fun discussion to have us all together. But if I do have some of these guys on there, maybe I'll ask them some questions about, this industry and what they think about it, how they feel about it all. Maybe that'd be a fun, discussion, because there's industry questions I'd like to ask these guys, maybe off the air. Actually, I got industry questions. I should ask a few of them for sure, some pointers and some tips. They've offered, a lot of them have offered some help and advice. So maybe it's time that I start actually accepting or taking some of that help or advice. It's just I haven't known how to ask at times. But we should really step into it and own it, guys. So we're going to start asking. We're going to start, getting some people really interested, or see if anyone's interested in popping on a show. I would love if someone wanted to come onto one of these shows, the late night shows. Still Up Sports, the late night shows. That's this is our jam. And this is where I would really love to have a guest on right now. It would be so cool to talk to anyone right now. But yeah, guys, so last week on the late night, on our 24-hour stream, we had Mike from Mile High Monsters. We had David Talks Broncos. We had Jay Weaver, Orange and Blue Network. We had, Dak, Orange and Blue Network. We had 4 amazing guests. And, I've already tried to reach out to a few. We're going to see if we can snag Mile High Mario. We're going to see if we can snag maybe Denver Trav, because, I extended it to him. I want to get, Kodiak Broncos on stream, just because he has a tuxedo cat. He's a cat dad. So, all cat dads, they get bumped ahead of the line. So Jay, Jay gets bumped ahead of the line because he has a cat. He's a cat dad. So if you're a cat dad, you get, or cat mom, you get bumped ahead of the line. A few other people, honestly, I did say maybe we'll just be bold and reach out, at least see if Perna, what's worse he can do, not even see us, share a message, that won't hurt our feelings. Besides that, maybe we'll reach out to Andrew Mason or one of these, or maybe Zach Stevens, some of these professional, media guys. That'd be cool. Another one I want to do also, guys, is Romy Beam. Been a big fan of Romy since, she was a cheerleader. Seen her with 9 News. I love all of her work. She does great coverage. And, I would love to talk to Romy. Besides that, a few other, channel guys that I would like to talk to. I would love to talk to, not just Kodiak Broncos. I'd love to see if we can get, Marquee Sports Denver. I'd love to just talk ball with any of these guys. It's just more one, we all get to know it. These guys are always so busy talking about ball, and it's just kind of cool. Maybe one, yes, we can talk about ball, but it's a great time for us all to get to know each other and talk about ourselves, and talk about this community of Broncos fans that, just talk ball, because we all do it in our own way. And late night, and this show is going to grow, whether it's from my monologues to shorts, right behind the camera, guys. I have, you remember that old Bronco flag that was right here? I have it on the wall over here. And soon we're going to get a chair over there. And then we're going to film our shorts over there. We're going to film shorts and videos right there. So then this can still be the podcast studio. All of our shorts and videos will be filmed right there. And it just spreads it out in a way that, one, gives me some cool space and makes me manage on that side. But two, it really helps me, because then I don't have to feel like I have to always sit in the studio. I can sit right there, or some get more work done as well. And, yes, I just got a bed finally, so that's awesome. Last few months that I've been building out the studio, I have not been sleeping on a bed. I've been sleeping on this little mat that's basically like a foam chair that turns into a sleeping bed kind of thing. But I got myself, an actual bed. So, yeah, that's nice. And that's only because with the studio, guys, this studio took up a large chunk of it. And I used to have a queen size bed, but there was no way a queen size and the studio was going to work. And with how things are working now, there's going to be so much extra seating over there that during the season, it's going to be awesome because we'll be able to fit guests on that side of the room and here on the chair, okay, on a couch. Because soon we're going to get a couch. I've already made this, talked about this before, but we're going to have a couch right here. And it's going to be so cool when we have the couch right here, because then we'll have me plus 2 other guests, 1 or 2, right here. And then we'll have guests on the other side, and we can rotate people out in person, just like we can have guests on the show. We can pre-record some stuff or pre-record some interviews. And that's another thing, not just with all these people, me trying to invite them onto the shows and onto some of these late night shows. I also want to invite them for interviews too. Whether it's on their time and I have to wake up and we can record it, that's fine. And then if I have to edit and all that after the fact and air it late at night, I will. Or if we can snag someone to come on late at night. I know getting some of these people who are, work during the daytime to come up and pop up at night is kind of hard. But this is maybe our chance is during the off season to see if we can snag some of these people to pop on the, Still Up Sports. I think it'd be amazing. Yes, I hope everyone likes that, chill music in the background. It's going to be with us on these late night streams. And yes, guys, so we are creeping up on 1 hour into the stream, which would be right now, we're creeping on, 2:45 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you for being still up with me. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that helps. We just did a 24-hour stream. If you watched it, thank you for being there when it happened. It is not available on YouTube. I'm trying to get it available on YouTube, and it is not working. But I am trying my best to get it working. It's big. We're trying our best. Yeah, it's big. We're trying our best. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. That's what I get for clicking a few things. Messing with stuff. Hold on. See, that's what I get. Messing with things. Yeah, guys. So, we just did a 24-hour stream. YouTube is not posting it still. I don't know why. I got to figure it out. I'm going to have to probably reach out and see why, because it was a 24-hour stream. Maybe I just to figure that, by now the rendering or, the processing it would take would be done, but it is not. So I got to figure out why it's not popping up on YouTube, but, it should be there at one point. Or another, because we are going to do another 24-hour stream this weekend, and I'm pretty excited. We had great guests. All those guests know they're welcome back, and then we're going to try to get even more guests, because it'd be cool to get some of these people on the stream at the same time talking to each other, just so they can meet for the first time, because then maybe they'll go on each other's shows. It's cool to do this and then just like see what kind of vibes we can get and discussions we can get. It was cool asking all those guys, what their favorite Broncos least favorite memory was. Some of them had the same, some of them didn't. A lot of us thought it would be that Raheem Moore PTSD. Some of us thought of other things. I did think the Manny Ramirez snap is a good one, because it just set the tone for a horrible Super Bowl. So there's some good moments, guys. Yeah, and then also, guys, International Fight Week, I will be going downtown, checking out International Fight Week, walking around, seeing if we can bump into some fighters, checking out Toshiba Plaza, hanging out down there. It's going to be fun. And then same with when the SAC Summit comes up, guys. I'm going to go to the Cosmopolitan, go check it out, and see, if I can get in. I'm sending emails. I'm doing what I can right now. It's looking like I may not be able to get in, But if I can't, I'll just make sure I'm nearby and I send out some messages or something to try to get someone to come by and do an interview, or at least get someone's attention from the SAC Summit. Because it would be great to get an interview with a professional athlete. We have not gotten an interview with a professional athlete, and that's why maybe I'll just wing it and tweet at an athlete or two or message an athlete or two and see if we can snag one. It would be pretty cool. It would be an honor if we could snag our first athlete on the show. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, guys, thank you for joining me. It's been fun. We're here on Still Up Sports. We're only on episode 13 right now, and with episode 13, I never thought I'd even make it this far. I've had some amazing support, amazing help from some awesome people, and some of them are probably an untapped resource just because I haven't bugged them enough. I just respect these guys so much to not want to bug them or not want to disturb them. So I don't want to ever bug these guys because I appreciate their input, appreciate all their support, and in no point do I ever want to come off like I'm trying to use anyone or take advantage of it. I'm just incredibly grateful to have these relationships and have these kind of conversations with these kind of people. Guys, you see it right there. Like, comment, subscribe. If you are here, let me know how you feel about that Justin Sternad conversation. I still want to know about that. Let me know who you would like to see on the show, because you tell me who and I'll try to snag them on. We'll see if we can get one of these people on the air. It would be cool. I'm going to really reach out to a few guys and gals. I'm going to reach out to a few guys and gals. I would love to get Romy. I would love to get Kodiak Broncos. I would love to get Ben from Sports Talk Denver. I would love to snag Mace or Zach. Would love to snag Brandon Berner. We're gonna do what we can on these 24-hour streams to reel in these big fish and really, ask them or just accommodate them to this idea of late night sports talk and just enjoy some great conversation, because there's so many things we could pick so many people's brains about. So, just feel free to, check this out and support us, guys. Stay tuned for this 24-hour stream. You see my Broncos chain right now. Yeah. We talk Broncos, guys. We're a Broncos channel. I know that right now we are. This cat, I swear, man, he's just looking to mess with this one cord. It's always this cord he stares at, and he almost bumps it every time. And I have to tell him no or shoo him before he even does it. He just loves to press my buttons. Come here, buddy. Come here. He's a good cat. He's not all there at times. Yes, sweet boy. He started out as a Raiders fan, but we straightened that out. And now he's a member of the Orange Cult. There he is. Here you go, guys. You get to see my boy. You see my son, right? You can see him. Yep. My sweet little boy. And you can see, look, he's wearing his finest tuxedo. He's a tuxedo cat. Sweet boy. Watch this, guys. Oh. Now he's up high. Yes. Oh, uh-oh. Wow, he sees his reflection on TV because I have the stream going muted over there. And now he sees himself on screen. And he does not know what to do, guys. He does not know what to do. He sees himself on that screen where the stream is being played back on. And then he sees it right here on my StreamYard, screen. So he does not know what to do. He sees he sees himself on multiple screens. What is he going to do? I don't know what he's going to do. He does seem a little confused that there's a cat on TV that looks just like him. He is famous now. If you have a cat, drop a cat emoji in the comments. I would appreciate it. What are you gonna do, son? Look, you can see yourself. You can see yourself. You're famous. Yeah. Yeah. He is watching himself on screen. I think he likes it. I think Huxley, the girl cat, I think she likes popping on stream with you guys. I think she looks forward to whenever we show up on stream. But yep, he is watching himself. He is locked in. This cat is just paying attention to himself over there. This is actually pretty funny. Yep, so now he's behaving at least. That's my boy, our co-host. He does not deserve a little name bar. He doesn't get a name bar, guys. We just call him pain in the butt number 1. And he's done. All right, he gave up. He's tired. He's tired of it. He's going to go stare at himself over there, at least for the whatever 2-3 seconds is left on that delay. Yeah, guys, it's been a fun stream so far. We've had Goonsville pop in, and Goonsville reassured us he will come on to a stream. So he knows that he will join the next show. So that's one that we're excited for, guys. We're going to lure Goonsville in on our stream. Goonsville is a big part of why Still Up exists. Still Up did not exist when I was in Denver in November. When I was in Denver in November, I was just, a Denver Broncos fan in the city for the first time, celebrating my 29th birthday. And we met Petros at the bar and his dad. That's all. Bought a beanie, hung out with him, talked for a little bit. That's all. Besides that, once I got home and, later in December when I thought of the idea of Still Up, I made sure to, talk to Petros about it because of the fact that if anyone knows what it's like to start something from the beginning and grow it to a big level, it's Petros and what he has done with Goonsville, and then how kind he has been. He's been like family the whole way. So that's why Petros is awesome. That's why Goonsville is awesome. Goonsville is guaranteed free ads for life because of all they have done, all Petros has done, all his dad and him have done, just want to support and be amazing people. But to just the passion, when I met Petros and I see Petros's passion with Goonsville, it really inspires me to push this idea of late night sports talk. And it really inspires me with Still Up. This is probably not our most pretty camera angle, but at the same time, there's more to guys. It's not that bad. I do got to fill this little gap right here with something else too. But I got the Benny Fowler jerseys and the Todd Davis jersey. This camera and stuff, I can move that all however I want. And when it's like a bigger stream, like the 24-hour stream, I'll make sure I readjust it. This is just a stream I really wanted to rush in and get back on and get in and get on air so we could talk and be together, guys, because I took a day off from streaming, one to recoup from the 24-hour stream, and then as soon as I recouped from it, I came down with something yesterday at work. Something got my stomach feeling bad, so I had to take care of that. But I'm here, guys, and I'm doing much better, and I'm ready to do this 24-hour stream on the weekend. I'm ready to go for another 24 hours and make a dose. 2 episodes, 24 hours, really trying to bump ourselves over to this 100 subscriber mark, guys. We're only at 92, and boy, would it be so cool to hit 100 on this next stream, especially if we can snag some big time guests. Like, I gotta go back, not just with figuring out why this last 24-hour stream is not on YouTube, but I have to go back and I have to clip that because I had a great interview with Mike. I had a great interview with I had a great interview with Mike, a great interview with David and Jay, and Dak, so I have to go back and clip some of that stuff and turn some of those into videos because they were great discussions. And this is why I want to get more and more people on because the discussions are fun. And then imagine if like there's 4 or 5 of us in here, and some of us are just from like, the Broncos podcast realm. Some of us are from, the sports media realm. Some of us are just, a late night streamer with like 92 subs, just trying to normalize late night sports. Imagine all these personalities and vibes talking and meshing. It just sounds like a great personality, great like event, great gathering to be around for, and something great to enjoy. So, I'm very excited, guys. I'm very pumped for this weekend. Got to restock on the Red Bulls. I got 2 left. I have one right here, guys. I prefer the sugar-free ones. I prefer the sugar-free Red Bulls, but there's a few of them, if I can't get sugar-free, that I go to. Strawberry apricot, if it's not sugar-free. So if, that strawberry apricot, one of the ones I'll go to if it's not sugar-free option. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we're about an hour and 11 minutes, and we're going to go for about 2 hours or so. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. But in the future, guys, I think the streams may start changing, at least late night. I think no matter what, I'd like to go for like what would be 2 a.m. Mountain Time, because then that would make it 1 a.m. and I'm off at midnight. So then I can get home but settle in a little more, get a little more stuff done. Sometimes it pop on a little earlier than 2. It just depends. But man, we had some amazing support from amazing, Broncos fans and stuff that popped in and subscribed and helped. I know you were in the comments earlier, Bonkers Broncos. If you're still here, if you're listening, I hope you have some, something you want to drop or talk about. I'm sorry that it's not a humongous Broncos discussion tonight. I mean, again, we are talking, Justin Strnad, but, we are, we're also just recapping our streams, our 24-hour, as well as discussing the next 24-hour. Yeah, see, so there's Broncos, Bonkers Broncos, much love to you, man. I hope you're having a wonderful night. I hope you're having a great day. We're in for a fun season. I hope you guys are excited. I know we're going to have a great season. I'm predicting 13-4. I think you're going to have a good year. But yeah, guys, so we're going to really be putting our socializing skills to work and try to really reach out to some of these awesome people, whether it's an email or a DM or even a tweet. And then, yeah, if you have any comments, questions, drop them in the chat. Feel free to let me know what's on your mind, guys. Oh, another thing, guys, that I wanted to say, about Strnad is if he does have this kind of step up that I'm talking about, imagine what it can do for the rest of the defense. Again, that D-line maybe doesn't have to be as crazy. Maybe you can just know that, like, oh yeah, we got a little bit more that we trust in that position group with coverage, now because of him. I think, and that's the big plus with Strnad, is I think you're going to see a big step up with his coverage ability. He already had better coverage ability than Singleton. I think you're going to see Strnad's coverage ability take a step up from last year to this year. The man keeps training and getting better. He has gotten that better every season with the Broncos. He has been here. I truly expect him to keep getting better. International Fight Week is going to be fun. I'm going to go down and I'm at least going to get a ticket, whether it's to the weigh-in or the press conference. Either way, I'm going to get a ticket for the weigh-in or the press conference, one or the other, because either way, there's going to be some Conor McGregor, shit talking going on, and I would love to experience that in real life. No, I'm not going to the fight. Not going to a Conor McGregor fight, because that would be expensive, and I'm saving up for this Denver trip, guys. I got to get my I'm making sure that, besides like my couch for the studio, and then, my chair that's going to go over there in front of that flag, that's going to be my new little filming spot for like shorts and videos. Those two spots need a couch and a chair. And besides that, I'm focused on getting my Broncos Raider game ticket here in Vegas. I need to get that ticket. Then we got to get our Broncos Chiefs tickets. I got to take care of that. And then that's not counting. Still, we got to take care of hotels and flights. So, we still got stuff to do. We've already started the process of planning for Denver. Like, we already took care of our concert tickets. If anyone's going to check out 3 Days Grace, November 11th at Ball Arena, we'll be there. So, come say hello. Come rock out with us. Come say hi to me, my mother. Big 3 Days Grace fans. So if you're going to be at 3 Days Grace at Ball Arena, November 11th, come say hi. As well as we'll be at the Bronco game, Broncos Chiefs, November 1st. Probably going to be at the DMVR tailgate, most likely. But I'm going to make sure I want to get there with enough time to explore the tailgates. So I want to at least try to go check out Bronco Libre's tailgate, because he did invite me over there, and I would love to go check out the awesome food he's got going, all awesome vibes, go meet the man. But I'll be at the DMVR one for sure, because last time I was at the DMVR tailgate, I bought a hat, $44 hat, and I had Benny Fowler sign it, and we went and gave it to a kid. And I still want to do that, but I'm going to come with a hat prepared. That way I don't have to spend $44 on it. I'll bring a Bronco hat or something Broncos related that we can give to a child. That way I'm not, spending almost $50 on a hat. Because I'm going to be in Denver for 2 weeks this time. Or almost 2 weeks. At least longer than last time, just because we want to be out there for a little longer and get a little more of that local vibe. Feel more like a resident. Just get to enjoy the vibe. I didn't even go for a single run last time when I was there, and I wanted to. So I'm going to make sure that I go for one this time. Make sure that, I just go for a nice jog, maybe around like the state capitol, down Colfax, either way. Sorry, guys, you can hear that fridge really going. It's a loud fridge. Yeah, I should have made a post earlier and tried to drag in some questions. I also did not make many posts talking about tonight's stream. And usually I send out one saying that we're going to go live, and I did not. So at least not with much time in advance. So we'll start getting better at like making some posts earlier in the day, like maybe some shorts earlier in the day saying I'm going live. That's what we're going to start doing. That's why I'm having that area set up so I can film my shorts right there, because this is not going to be where I want to film shorts. I can film some shorts, but this is going to be where I film like some longer form videos and then the streams. Whereas over there, I can do shorter form videos and shorts over there. And that's just so I don't feel so overwhelmed with sitting in the studio all the time. Because one thing I'm already learning is like it's not a burnout. It's just when I spend too much time in the studio, at times it feels like, man, like I already have another job, and this is supposed to feel fun, and it does feel fun for me. It doesn't feel fun when I feel like I'm overdoing it and I'm just stressing about it. I shouldn't be stressing about it when I'm trying to have fun. So that's why another thing about separating it is, so if I want to film a short, I can just go right there, sit in a cool little chair, just spin the laptop around, because this area is going to change up. You may see this fridge get moved or lowered. And this my Goonsville merch corner will look a little more extravagant, and you may see things get moved. This screen may move here. The screen I have right here, which is a TV, may become its own separate thing and become a TV that I could put on a swivel and spin for the side on that side. I'm putting a lot of work in this studio, guys. I'm excited for it. I put a lot of work into it the first few months, a lot of overtime, a lot of neglecting certain needs and stuff to just really put money into buying equipment. That was the problem, was like buying this mixer for my mic, buying my computer. My computer was $600. The mixer was like $500. I had to save for all this stuff, and the computer, if it was new, would have been $1,000. but I went with a refurbished one just so I can afford it. Whether it was buying microphones or the boom arm, or whether it was what did I say? He was going to do that to the mic. He just loves to mess with this cord. He cannot help himself. He walked over here and he stared at me and then he bumped it. He just knew what he was doing. Could not help himself. This cat just loves to tease me and mess with me. Can't help himself. He knows this one cord is the one that he's not supposed to mess with, but he just loves to do it, guys. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Got a little distracted with this boy messing with these cords. He loves the computer spaghetti. I can't stop him. It's not this boring. But at the moment, it is just us. I can say it is just us. All I do like to see more. All I do is like talk. Our YouTube page. Go check us out. As you can see right here, we're sitting there at night. Check us out. We're right down the street currently. YouTube with an X right now. So it's going to be YouTube X at the same time, guys. Specifically, guys, we're going to be popping up on TikTok. So go check this out. We have 27 followers. We're doing the best we're going to make sure that we don't make this channel. Don't worry, just go check us out over there. And here we are. Check us out. Come on. It feels a little more homey, more personal to me. over there on Instagram. So if you can subscribe over there, that's if you really want to engage with me. Engage with me on right here, guys. Again, I gave you some love earlier. I placed the put earlier. I'm excited. So this is the order that I placed. It's showing up on my cart here. I ordered this shirt and I ordered this hat, and I didn't even use this 10% off. I didn't even use the 10% off. Once that 5%, the 10% off would have gone a long way, or at least took some of this off. So, that's a good deal. Go check it out. Just if you got some cool hats, you want some cool beanies, some shirts, go check it out. So, you can never go wrong with sport teams, guys. This is our growth tracker, and you can see it's all the way back. Let's just change this real quick. All the way back in our lifetime line. So here we are at the beginning of January. Right here, we were at 3 subs in the beginning of January. I mean, at the beginning or middle of end of January. And 3 subs, and we ballooned all the way up. Here to 92. So let's get up there, guys. We're creeping on 100. If we can get 1 sub out of this stream, out of just someone watching this, it'd be pretty cool. Either way, we're going to try to hit 100 in our next stream for sure. That's a big deal, and I think we can do it. And again, this next watch along, guys, this next stream is going to be wild, because all these other guys that have been on, they already know they can come back. And then I'm going to really see if we can get some other people on too. And we'll just see if we can get more and more guests on, because that will make these 24 hours fly by faster. If I had twice as many guests, half of my time on that stream easily, maybe a little more, would have been taken up just with talking ball. And that makes it easier for me to pass some time, instead of just sitting here at times when there's 1 or 2 people in the chat or no one in the chat, and then I have to sit here for 2 hours, 3 hours. That's harder. But when I have guests on, or when I have constant people in the chat like Cornbreadimus, much love to Cornbread, because he and Mrs. Cornbread help keep the chat going. They both, great loyal subs, amazing, just helping out me and any member of Broncos country. So, that's what I love about it. But yeah, go check us out. We're trying to grow. We're going to grow on this next stream and hopefully surpass that 92 mark and go to over 100 on this next stream. And yes, guys, in the future, we're going to try to get people that can pop on at this time. It's hard with some of these American-based Broncos shows to pop on because some of them are off or they're asleep. So one of our better options, maybe going for some of these European or foreign Broncos fans or just sports fans, get some of them. Besides that, anything that I can air or record previously helps with getting that. Unless someone chooses to stay up and come up on still up, that's completely different. You know what, guys? We are creeping up on what will be an hour and a half. I think we may just cut the show at an hour and a half tonight. That way I can just start planning and prepping for this 24-hour stream. It is a Wednesday, so we might squeeze in a Friday show. No, it is technically Thursday. Yeah, it is Thursday. So if anything, this may be our only show for the night. Just because yesterday we weren't going to go live on Wednesday and maybe would have went on Friday as well. This may be our only show this week before our 24-hour. Because I want to put a lot of work into preparing for this one. Last time I didn't prepare. I could have gotten an extra hour of sleep before. I could have put more effort into seeing if I can have guests on. I could have put in more effort into maybe actually putting some talking points and discussions. So I'm going to write a script for this 24 hours. Last time I didn't. I'm going to write a script for this 24 hours. One of them is just going to say, one of the topics is just going to say guests. And we'll see if we can just get a guest. And that's one thing that this is why we're gonna go with just this one stream this week, is because of the fact that we're gonna load up for this weekend's 24-hour stream. We're gonna really try to load up and see how many banger guests we can load up and pop in. Whoever pops in, it's going to be fun. I think there's got a lot of different personalities in Broncos country and Broncos sports and media coverage. And with that being said, there'll be a lot of great guests that we can get on and just have talking together as well as with us. So we're going to make that work. We're going to definitely write a script though. I'm going to put like 4 or 5 different talking points in. And besides that, we're going to also just try to rack up a lot of guests. I think last time, had I gotten an extra few hours of sleep, had I prepared better with food, had I prepared with actually reaching out to guests, I think I would have done a lot better with filling some of that time. So that's something we're going to try to do. And I'm going to reiterate to the guys that were just on the show that they can come back on, as well as I'm going to really let a bunch of people know they can come on and issue these links out. Besides that, Petros from Goonsville, guys, Goonsville will be popping on. You know, he already said that he's going on. So, you know, he's excited. I know he's excited. I'm pumped for him to come on because there's so much for him to talk about, because he's a big Broncos fan. He's a Broncos fan. He played corner. You know, he just started going back to Colorado to work on his degree again, and you know, but he played corner. You know, his brothers play. You know, he is an athlete. So and the man is in just great shape too. But the man's a Broncos fan. The man is a sports fan, and Goonsville is, you know, and then Still Up Sports is like this. Seeing that drive and passion that Petros has for Goonsville really inspired a little fire in me. So anytime I wear Goonsville, it's not to come off like, you know, oh, I'm repping a brand. No, I'm repping a brand of someone that is family to me, and someone that really has been nothing but supportive in me as I go down this route. And with how early it has been, every ounce of support feels so personal and so close. You know, it feels so genuine and real. So that's something that I'm incredibly grateful, you know, to Petros, to Goonsville, for to every person that's supported me with this process. So I'm going to really put the feelers out and see if I can snag some people. Worst case, they can say no. And if they say no, that's okay. I did reach out to a few, we'll reach out to more. Well, I want to have a banger of a second 24-hour stream. So if any of these guys or you know, Broncos fans or media members are watching after the fact, there's a chance I may just be DMing you because I want you to pop on this 24-hour stream whenever it's convenient to you. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be there the whole 24 hours. So I would love to have you pop on. You know, let's talk. Let's fill this gap. Let's keep it going. You know, when we do this 24-hour stream again, I want to have twice as many guests. We had 4 last time. I want to have 8. Whether they're all at the same time or it's separately. Because either way, that fills a lot of time and it helps us conversate. It gives me a break too. Actually, if you think about it, guys, if I have some of these guests on the air and I get multiples of them, that would really help me, because then I can take a quick break from talking or sitting on the screen, and I can move this aside and eat or do some stuff. Because I did eat on stream, but I'm going to do my best to still try not to do that. I love that music. That music is so soothing, so relaxing. Oh yeah, guys, so if you're joining us right now or you're just now paying attention, conversation of the day, Denver Broncos topic is Justin Sternad, number 40, inside linebacker. Do you expect him to have the same year he had last year? Do you expect him to take a drop in performance, or do you expect him to go up in performance and what he might do? I think he can be a Pro Bowl, All-Pro type inside linebacker. I think he has a chance. I think he has a chance to really grow within this team and in that position room. As a starter in that room, as a full-time starter, I think Sternad has a lot of things really favoring his growth. But yes, guys, normally we have more than one Broncos subject, but because we were really spending a lot of this stream talking about this last 24-hour and the next 24-hour, we only had one Broncos subject for this stream. Normally we go in a little further. I did say we were talking about a little bit about Davis Webb, but I think I might just save that topic for the 24-hour stream as one of our 4 or 5 subjects I'll write down, because that's a good one to get opinions on. All right, guys. Yeah, so this is a good time. We're gonna cut it. This stream is a good. Normally they're gonna go longer, but with it being the off season and then us really gonna go all out on these 24-hour streams, it's okay if we cut it a little short, so we can get off the air, send some DMs, because I'm gonna see if I can get some people popping on this weekend. They've really been a lot, and I'm gonna send these DMs tonight / later when I wake up as well. I'm also, this is my second stream on StreamYard, so here on StreamYard, there's a lot of differences than what I was used to on Streamlabs, and they're all good differences. I just gotta learn a few more things. There's things I gotta really master and figure out what I'm doing, because there's quite a bit that I don't know what I'm doing, and that's why practice makes perfect and all that. But yes, we're gonna pop off here, guys. My name's Cody Chapin with Still Up Sports. Thank you for being here. I would like to remind you all, to go like, subscribe, and comment. It would mean the world to me if you can help us grow. We're at 92 subs. We're chasing 100. I think we'll hit it in this next 24-hour stream this weekend. Probably a Saturday, Sunday stream. So just keep your eyes out for when it gets posted, and when it have the notifications. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you get the notifications. Sometimes YouTube doesn't want to remind guys. So, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get the notifications when we go live. That way you don't miss a single thing. Because you never know who will pop on these streams or who will show up. But yes, guys, thank you for being here. I know it's only one stream this week during the weekday. We were going to go live yesterday, which would have meant we would probably go live tomorrow as well, Friday. But, I just was not feeling good yesterday. I spent the day recouping after that 24-hour stream, getting extra sleep. And then right after getting all that extra sleep, the day after the stream, sure enough, I was not feeling good coming home from work yesterday, feeling a little sick. So I'm feeling great now. Thank you to everyone who asked if I'm feeling good. I'm doing great. We got a big off season ahead of us. We got what's probably 2 to 3 more 24-hour streams this off season, as well as the SAC Summit and International Fight Week, and try to get as many guests as possible. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna keep up the hard work. Yes, I did just get home from work. Thank you. All right, guys. Now is a great time for me to head out. But we already know Boonsville's coming on the stream. I'm going to make sure those other guys know they can come back, and I'm going to message a bunch of people so they know they can come on, because we'll aim for 8. We're going to aim for over 8 guests. We had 4 last time. Let's aim for 8. And then with that third one, a few weeks after that, maybe we'll aim for 12. But we're going to aim for as many guests as possible to fill these voids on these 24-hour streams. But yes, guys, well, I'm going to let you go. Make sure, if you're watching this after the fact, like, comment, subscribe, share. It means a lot. Drop what you felt about the Justin Sternad situation. Definitely want to know. All right, guys. My name's Cody Chapin with Still Up Sports. You guys have a wonderful day. Attack the day and really kick its ass. Go get it, guys.